Sega.
Greetings, lords and ladies, and welcome to our second War Council episode about orders. Each order falls into one of three categories: offense, defense, and support. Slay them all is the quintessential offensive buff. This order hardens your unit while giving it more force at the same time. It can be especially deadly if used on units which have high damage but low defense, like X-Men, Light Cavalry, Greatsword and Great Axe Knights, giving them that extra padding while increasing their already substantial damage output. Almost the ranged equivalent to Slay them all, Take Aim boosts the unit's ranged attack significantly. Avoiding friendly fire also dramatically increases your pool of potential targets. This is especially useful for units with limited reach, like javelin throwers and crossbowmen, who can then thin out the enemy front line without harming your troops that are engaged in melee with the enemy. If you attack a unit that is under the influence of Scout with a Take Aim unit, your opponent is in big trouble. Warcry applies the fear debuff to the enemy unit you are fighting in melee, thus giving your unit a chance to thin out the enemy lines without having to do the damage. Warcry also provides you with a nifty way to cancel out enemy skills and orders by applying the fear debuff to them. But beware not to override your own order or skill when you apply it. Reinforce brings fallen fighters back into battle. The benefit here is obvious. Replenishing your troops and restoring your ranks increases your total damage output and prolongs your unit's life. However, there is one crucial catch to it. Unlike instant replenishment through unit skills like Rally or Feather Brotherhood, your units come back over time, so plan ahead when you use it and don't wait until your last man. Shield Wall is to defense what Slay them all is to offense. While it doesn't protect you from charges, an otherwise invincible unit in melee for 15 seconds can cause a ton of mayhem for your enemy. The catch is that the unit needs to carry a shield, so your Great Axe Knights will miss out. But this also means you can apply the order to Knights Cavalry and even crossbowmen. The invulnerability gained through Last Stand might not be as strong as Shield Wall, but you can apply it to any unit and it can give you a strong tactical option. By tying up a strong enemy unit in a melee battle they can't win, at least for some time, you have a way to soak up their damage with no repercussions. So in the meantime, you could clean up other lanes and your archers can keep firing. Using it on a dwindling but deadly unit like Greatsword Knights could mean that they can bring the pain just that little bit longer. Scout allows you to focus fire an enemy unit, giving you a chance to eliminate big threats swiftly. Scout works excellently with unit skills that increase range damage, like Precision or the Take Aim order. If you use it alongside Swarm, you can take out an enemy's back line one by one. Swarm is a strong tactical option, especially when facing off against missile-heavy armies. Being able to take an entire unit out of play for 25 seconds can create all sorts of problems for your enemy. There are a few things to consider, however. You can only use it on units not engaged in melee combat. Distracted units can't be attacked in melee, and the order can of course be cancelled by unit skills or other orders placed on the affected unit. Naturally, you can turn this to your advantage by cancelling a buff on the enemy or stalling a charge down one of your lanes, giving your missile troops more time to rain down death on the enemy. Overwhelm is the last in the list of orders, and a very unique case indeed. You can't apply it directly to a unit. It has a global effect, and you have to wait for the cooldown to finish before you can use it for the first time in battle. When you activate it, you can immediately issue your other two orders again, even if you've just used them, so you can essentially benefit from 4 simultaneous orders instead of 3 at that point. The trade-off is of course that while Overwhelm is on cooldown, you only have 2 orders at your disposal. And that's it for our crash course on orders. Next time we'll have a closer look at the backbone of any good army, standard melee infantry. If you haven't already, check out our first episode introducing battles. Until next time, keep it regal.